Welcome back to The Wire, your student radio. Gatlin Didier here at the Norman Music Festival 8. I'm here with singer-songwriter Jared Deck. Jared, how you doing today?
Hey, I'm doing great, man. It's a fantastic day out.
Oh, it is. It's a little hot. How's that treating you? It's trying to stay cool?
Yeah, not bad too far.
I see you got the wife and baby with you, so that may add a little, carrying the baby around may add a little heat to you.
Hey, that's all right, man. You got to do what you got to do.
That's right. Well, Jared, I noticed that you've played at Norman Music Festival a couple times. How many times have you performed here?
I think 4 times. I think that's right, yeah.
4 times, and how many years has that been since your first start here?
That's a great question. I think the first Norman Music Festival that I played was 2010. I believe so. Yeah, 2010, then 2011, and then 2013 and 14. That's right.
So you had a pretty consistent.
Actually, maybe it's 5.
Oh, so
maybe
5.
It's been 5. I don't know.
Well, I know you've played countless festivals, throughout your career, such as South by Southwest, OKC Fest, Access Film Music Fest at Sundance, and Tulsa Mayfest. Now, where does the Norman Music Festival line up and compare to the rest of those?
Sure. Honestly, I mean, as far as crowd participation and band originality, it's fantastic. It's one of the tops. South by Southwest is big, but it's also massive and it's easy to get lost, and there's a whole lot of craziness going on. Norman Music Festival does a great job of running a really smooth organization, and also, I mean, they have 300 bands, which is just incredible for Oklahoma, and the fact that it's all original music right here in Norman is just incredible. So this is definitely one of my favorite places to play.
Well, that's awesome, because a lot of people don't realize that a lot of bands come here, and having 300 in 3 days, that's phenomenal. You have played with all different kinds of artists. I noticed in your past you played with Wanda Jackson.
That's right.
Graham Colton and Red Dirt Rangers, to name a few, and you played with many others. Now, who or which of those has been one you'll always cherish?
Sure. Actually, one of my favorite shows that we ever played, we opened for the Heartless Bastards, which was pretty cool. I mean, it's pretty cool when you've played with someone who's been on Letterman and some of those shows. But also Wanda Jackson. I mean, we were her backing band for a while, and right whenever she was releasing that album with Jack White. So that was a pretty incredible experience, and played South by Southwest with her. That's
awesome, because I mean, she's a famous old country artist, and it's really cool to have someone like that you've played with.
Sure.
And I noticed for the past 6 years you've been the front man for Green Corn Revival. Yeah. But recently you went solo.
That's correct.
And I just want to know, how has that transition been for you?
It's been, honestly, it's been natural. I sort of grew up musically playing Americana, learning Americana, writing Americana, and eventually I sort of transitioned into punk and into country and cowpunk, and so I've did that for 6 years, and honestly my writing style just sort of changed over the last year, and it really, I mean, it's been a very smooth transition, and I'm really excited about what, going forward, sort of re-inspired to keep writing, and I'm writing more than I have in years.
Yeah, I know you said you've been writing, and to me, I know when I saw you play recently, I thought your style was very unique, something kind of personal with the viewers and the audience that allows them to kind of see your artistic side.
Sure.
And is there any artist in particular that has kind of influenced that?
Oh man, thousands. Definitely. What this project is about is it is very personal. It's about my life on the road, and we call our style, it's mid-Americana. The idea is that whenever you listen to our music, you're going to see the lines when you're driving down the side of the road. It's really about moving throughout the country, touring, playing, but also relationships along the way, and telling stories about those relationships and about the journey.
And I noticed that Mid-Americana, it's kind of a cool little unique name, and I was going to ask you about what would you say what that is, and you just described that perfectly for me, like an old Route 66 kind of.
Absolutely. Mid-Americana to us and to me is the sound of the world we live in here between the coasts, and where you've got the bumpy rhythm of old 66, and you've got the spread out highways in the Midwest and in the Southwest, and it's really for me, I'm just trying to create a sound of where I came from.
That's awesome. That's awesome. How can some listeners, our listeners especially, keep up with you and your career and follow you?
Absolutely. I'm on the internet at jareddeckmusic.com. Also, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook. Just type in Jared Deck Music. And that's pretty much it. I mean, right now we're about to release a single. It's called 17 Miles. We're actually recording it here in Norman at 115 Studio, 115 Recording with Wes Sharon. You know, Wes been nominated for a Grammy. He did Turnpike Troubadours record and John Fulbright and Parker Millsap and several others. So I'm really excited about this project going forward.
That's awesome. So 17 miles, is that right?
That's correct.
All right, well, everybody be looking out for that. And I just want to tell you thank you so much for taking time out of your day. I know you got the wife and kid with you, you know, trying to stay cool before you go on here at 5:30 at Michelangelo's, right?
That's correct. I'll be in Michelangelo's at 5:30 today, and we want to thank Champions for letting us step inside and cool off a little bit.
Yes, thanks, Champions. We appreciate y'all letting us come in here and do the interview. And like I said, remember, you can check out Jared Deck at Michelangelo's at 5:30, and be sure to like him on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Jared Deck Music, right?
That's correct.
All right, well, thank you all. Thank you, Jared. I appreciate it. Is there anything you would like to add, you know, tell anybody out there to maybe inspire them, future artists?
Well, first off, get on down to Norman.
That's right.
And check this out. You know, I just saw Bo Jennings. Bo's a friend of mine. He's one of my favorite songwriters in the state. And you know, if you want to get inspired, you gotta go watch other people do it. And just, you know, the biggest thing is just putting pen to paper, facing yourself, and writing down what you feel.
That's awesome. Thanks, Jared. I appreciate your time today. And we'll be back here in a few. You're listening to The Wire, your student radio, live from the Norman Music Festival.